My goal with Swiss Watch King is to discover and find watchmakers, bring them to my studio and show their beautiful creations. And today is no different. I'm here with Julien Tixier. Julien, thank you for coming to Zurich.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here again because we've shot a video, I think 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
With Benoit Dubuis,
yeah.
Where you made this beautiful Tempus Fugit watch for him, which was as beautiful on the front as it was on the back. A project which was very easy to do, right?
Yeah, everything is easy to do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you like it.
If you're Julien Tixier.
No, if you like it.
So that watch was I think a piece unique,
yeah.
right? Made for Benoit, and I had the pleasure of filming it. And then, you know, when I see you at different events, different watchmakers, you know, throughout the years.
Yeah, we see each other every time.
All the time. You're always nice and you're always like involved in some things, but I never know like which ones. And then I was on Instagram and I saw a watch and it was yours. Huh? And I was shocked by the design of it because the movement was absolutely spectacular. And it's nice because not many watchmakers even know that you make piece unique watches. And not like piece uniques, you know, can you change the font or the color of the dial? But
no, it's
piece
more
uniques.
Like completely unique. So creation from zero to the finished watch. And for each collector is different because each collector is different. So I have to rethink the watch on every part and every time. And on all the shapes, you know, even the movement, it's different at each time.
Yeah.
And the case, the material, dial, strap, wooden box.
And it's nice because you brought all the elements here, so people really can see. So just for you guys to understand what's on the table here. These are parts for the box which you made.
Yeah.
This is the varnish.
Yeah,
not a drink, exactly.
It's not a drink. It's alcoholic, so but
these are some dials here, main plates, cases for upcoming projects.
Yep.
You mentioned a bar of tantalum, which looks like nothing, but it's like what, 3-4 kilos, 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Very heavy.
I think it's for all the tantalum case I would made for my life are here.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Tantalum case here as well. Yeah. This you told me is actually how you make hairsprings.
One of the most precious things I have in my workshop. It's a coil of spring that I use to make my own hairsprings.
You see, I told you this guy is special. Rubies,
yeah.
Some cut tools, and then a lot of components there.
Yeah, some
which are
trash components I didn't use because every time I make a watch, I make a piece of movement. If the component is okay, I use it into the watch. So I don't have any, you know, like a lot of components, and I don't have any supplier, so I don't call them. Oh, can you make me 10 escapement wheel? Or I don't know. I make one by one.
You just make it yourself. That's it. I mean,
yeah. For each watch is different. So each time I make a component for the watch, I assemble it. Or if it's fucked up, I put it in the case.
Sick. And then maybe you'll use it down the line, huh? And the box, I didn't know, again, is beautifully made by you. We have bronze on the back with like inserts. Again, you see the wood here, huh? So this is not like a made-up story from like a fairy tale. And you will see that the box has a particular shape, which you will see on the watch as well. So just keep the box in mind. You'll see it very soon. Let's tell me, which projects are you currently like involved with that you can speak about? Or which watches did you work on, which people can like really connect the dots? I know you're very known for working on Cabestan watches.
Yeah, because I fix Cabestan watches because I like it. You know, like Cabestan for me, it's a part of my history, personal history, and love of watchmaking. It's for me one of the most incredible watch I've ever seen.
So again, today we have all of these components here, and let's go to your watch. I saw it on 3 pictures.
Yeah.
You sent me one as well. And I can't wait to shoot it and show it to you guys. It's beautiful Julien Tixier piece unique. With the case also featuring some inclusions. Tell us about the inclusions.
The wooden box is in, there is some pirate inclusions in the wooden box because in fact for this collector, he has a particular story in his family with pirate stone. So when he said it to me, I was like, maybe it has something to do with it. And that's why I want to include some little tiny inclusions of pirate stone in the wooden box.
And we have it here. This like a holder for it as well. It's very cool. So the box you made yourself.
Yeah.
Because why not, right?
Exactly, because why not?
If you go as far as making your watch, why not make the whole box as well? So now we come to your beautiful watch. And what I like about it from the front, it looks very, let's say, quote unquote, simple. You know, you wouldn't expect a movement like this on the back. It's just spectacular. And like I told you guys, the buckle is in the shape of the box.
Yeah.
Is there a special meaning behind the design, or?
Absolutely not. It's exactly like I had in my mind, and I say, oh, okay, why not? And I take a tiny part of platinum, and sew it, file it, and make the buckle. So when I was thinking about making the wooden box, I was like, okay, this shape is maybe something interesting.
So the buckle came first, and then the box.
Yeah.
Nice. And the watch is very heavy. It's a platinum case,
Platinum case, yeah.
So tell us, how do you make the case, and how many parts? What's the process here?
It's I use two different kind of process to make cases for non-precious metals. For example, stainless steel or tantalum, titanium, etc. I use bar like that and cut directly into the material and use my my milling machine to make the shapes. Here are, for example, titanium case is in process actually.
It's very cool.
So
I see the lugs are inserted from the bottom. It's like a mid case, huh?
Yes, it's in fact for these lugs, for example, because I cannot weld it. So I insert it by heating the material before to just enlarge a little bit inside the lugs. And when it comes to a temperature, it's tight here. And this is a kind of woodworking technique named queue d'aronde. Queue d'aronde is a shape in itself, and it's avoid the lugs to get them out.
Beautiful. So tantalum case coming, huh?
Tantalum case.
And this case is from the Tempus Fugit watch.
It's inspired by the Tempus Fugit, and it's for another project coming just after that. And it's a 3-part case in stainless steel and titanium.
So cool, with the concave bezel and everything,
and
like here as well.
For precious materials, like for example platinum, I use another technique. It's kind of jewelry technique. I take, like for example, a wire of precious metal, like it's.
So this is not platinum or
no,
white
it's
gold?
not platinum. It's silver.
Okay.
And exactly like this one, for example, and I bend it. After that, I weld it, and I make 3 rings for example, for this one, 3 rings, and after that, I work on it directly. So it's avoid me to lose material, because if you ask, for example, a supplier to make a case in gold or in whatever, he will start from these kind of things. Like, so it's a lot of.
You lose material on the way.
You lose material, but in fact, it's a lot of money.
You need to buy a bar like this, not a thin one like that.
No, because here is very artisanal technique. It's jewelry, and this is more than machining. If you ask a supplier to make a case for you, it's machining techniques.
Yeah, not jewelry techniques.
Not jewelry.
So this is the same way you would make a ring, for example.
Yeah, exactly the same.
How you turn this bar into this?
For me, it's a question of logic, like.
Exactly, that's what I said.
I have the possibility to make it by hand, and if I ask a supplier, it will cost a lot for me. So I prefer to buy just the strict necessary quantity of materials, the exact quantity of material.
Keep it lean.
And use it at 100%. So I prefer to take time to do it by myself than just call and say,
makes sense.
Hey, hello, I need a case for the watch.
Exactly. So the whole case is in platinum. You said 3 parts.
Except just 1 ring here. It's in titanium, in blue titanium, just to remind the dial.
Yes, beautiful. So this is like a sandwiched in between the mid case and the bezel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a thin ring of blue titanium.
Exactly.
And the dial?
The dial is made in titanium for the external part, blue titanium, and white gold in the center.
And guilloche.
Guilloche, yeah.
Do you make a guilloche as well yourself?
Yeah, I went to my very, very good friend, you know him, Bernard van der Meringen.
Of course, yeah.
Yes,
of course.
I went to his workshop.
Great guys.
And he let me use his guilloche machine. He's
Nice.
engineering that.
Nice. They're great.
I really love it.
They're
Same
great
thing
guys.
with the barrel, for example, with hand gears too.
Yeah.
In his workshop.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, it's very fun moments, you know, like bringing beers,
Exactly.
drink beers,
Exactly.
eat pizzas, and make guilloche.
I mean, what's
With
better?
good friends.
And then the hour markers and the numbers.
Yeah, I made
you
it too.
cut them out,
Yeah.
polish them.
It's every part, even the hands are made exactly the same way. You know, like in the just a steel part,
Yeah.
steel sheet, and I just sew it, file it, decorate.
Easy.
Passion.
Passion, exactly. Nice. And for me the wow moment. Again, the dial is beautiful, very clean and nice. No name on it. That's why you don't know what this is.
No.
It's like really, if you know, you know. If you don't, you know, you will be blown away.
You know, the first time I delivered it for the collector, he said me, but you didn't put your name on the watch. And I say, you know what?
Like art
If one
pieces,
day
it's on
you
the back.
forget I made it for you, maybe it's time to consult for Alzheimer.
Yeah, exactly. To buy some Ginkgo biloba
Yeah.
pills. But also, I think it's many watchmakers go by the like art. Art is often signed on the back, like who the artist is. So this is the same. And again, you know, when you see this movement, and for everybody who collects independent watchmaking, you will never see a movement like this in any other watch. That's it. It's period. Jaw-dropping movement. Again, I see many things, right? Feel many watches, but this I just fell in love with it. So
Thank you.
many elements here, and you make this watch yourself. It takes a lot of time,
Yeah.
a lot of skills, as we see here. We have many components here, from main plates, which you make this beautiful bridge out of, and also rubies, which we'll come to a bit later as well. So give us a rundown of the complication or the type of, let's say, the watchmaking which is here in terms of, it's a time-only watch.
It's time only,
Hour,
hours
minute,
and minutes,
but-
and the jumping hour, and the detent escapement.
Yeah, so he said it really easily, you know, but it's a jumping hour, which moves very slowly, and then at the end it jumps, tuck. Super cool, very satisfying, and it's a detent escapement.
Yeah.
Again, nothing to really just quickly go through. So tell us why the detent. I see also the balance wheel is beating very slowly, and it's beautifully shaped. You have a stop. You have a hacking seconds here.
Yeah.
Stop seconds.
No seconds, but stop seconds.
Exactly.
That stop balance just to protect, in fact, the escapement, because the detent escapement is very delicate to set, delicate to work with. But in fact, the interest for me it's just to have this tiny spring, gold spring, and it avoid when you set the watch, it avoid every damage in the detent escapement.
How do you make this spring? This is
Tiny,
so thin.
really tiny gold piece, and I sew it
Yeah.
and glued it on.
With what?
Why not? Just sew it like that and file it a little bit and just adjust at the moment.
That's it.
Yeah.
Easy. Easy, guys. How, if you want to see how to do it, link in description.
Or come at the workshop.
Exactly, exactly. And then, what was the inspiration behind, let's say, the architecture, design of the movement?
I don't really know. In fact, it's after discussions with the collector. It's each time it's this process. You know, I met the collector, discuss a lot of times and a lot of with a lot of bottle of wine. You know, like normal things. And after that, I start to draw it in my mind, to draw the movement of the watch in my mind. Exactly like, oh, I think this will fit correctly on his wrist or not. So yeah, I start to design the gear train because I made it myself too. With I ask, yeah, I have one supplier. It's VEM Tools, and they made me these fantastic cutters for all my wheels. And this one, for example, is for my escapement wheel, for the detent one.
Yeah, which looks insane. Huh? The escapement wheel, I saw it on one single photo.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I like it.
The shape is so nice.
I like it.
Is it blued or something as well?
Yeah, it's this one is in steel and blued parts, but just some details, you know, like the beveling on the tips are blued, and the inside of the wheel too, like.
And on the top, like above, left and right of the barrel.
It's lapis lazuli.
Lapis lazuli, which is a piece of it we have here.
Yeah.
And it's a very high quality as well, because there's no yellows in it and nothing, and whites,
blue is very
just
nice.
blue, clear blue. You cut this yourself as well, which I saw in a photo.
I have some.
And you have some
lapis lazuli filling parts here.
So you can use all the other stones as well, right?
Yeah.
Basically, whatever you talk about with the client.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have, for example, here a charoite stone.
Oh, what?
That's for a charoite.
So
That's
nice.
for another watch coming.
It's gonna be sick. This polished will look insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's important for me to use stone into watches, and not only into the dials but into the movement, because I have a real passion about stones. You know, like gemstones.
Yeah.
I love it. And I think there is a particular feeling, and all the customers, all the collectors who I talk to, stones are a particular feeling to special stones. I don't know, but it's like you, if I ask you if you have a stone that you prefer, what it would be?
Lapis as well. I think lapis and the malachite, but depends on the cut. Depends on the cut.
Yeah.
It's really important.
And
Which part of it?
For this collector, it was exactly the same thing. He had two stones in his mind when I asked this question.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, lapis lazuli and pyrite. Pyrite stone, it's something like
Yeah.
my grandfather started his career with it, etc., etc. And lapis lazuli because I love it."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, that's perfect." So I will put lapis lazuli and pyrite in his piece.
Nice. So where is the pyrite stone? Is it visible or not?
No,
it's on the box, exactly.
On the box.
And then the barrel is also guillocheted and blued, or?
Yeah, it's titanium barrel, and I make the raw part, and after that I blued it on an acid solution I have, and then I went to a Bernard workshop, drink a lot of beers, and use the barrel.
Exactly. And there's a very beautiful surface here as well. I think it's a part of the main plate here, where the piece unique plate is on it.
Yep.
It looks mirror polished,
but in fact it's circular grain, but very, very finely, and on two opposite directions. You know, like a mirror.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. And the bridge of the balance wheel, blued?
Yeah.
Titanium or?
Steel.
Steel.
Stainless steel blue.
But not blue, like a light blue.
No, yeah, light blue.
Super nice.
And in fact, there's a nice contrast because I really love blue, and collectors do.
Yeah.
So
I could have guessed that
that's
better.
why we are very good friends with collectors.
Exactly.
And in fact, I love this kind of contrast between blue and mirror polish. So tiny parts on the bridge are mirror polish, and the arms are blue. It's exactly the same thing on the second bridge, just under this one. Or in the Escapement bridge too, and the Escapement wheel too.
Yeah, for me, this top seconds component is so cool. It's just a little mustache or something. It's beautiful. And what's the two pieces of components below the balance wheel here, which looks like two little gongs, but they're not. These ones here, the mirror polished ones.
The mirror polish one?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them is the eccentric, and it's just for the stop phase of the detent. So the detent is against it normally, and when it starts to act, just do it like that. You know, like it's 2.5 times a second. And the other one, so you have the detent, you can see just a little bit here, and a spring, same thing, the detent spring, just screwed on the bottom here.
This is beautiful, man. This is so gorgeous. Thank you for coming. We can show this.
Thank you for inviting me.
So nice, and I love the depth of it as well, with the big bridge on top. Just expose all the exposed gears on the bottom, and
yeah, I like to have
beautiful.
Deep.
Yeah, levels,
like deep levels in the movement.
And the balance wheel you made obviously yourself as well. It's a stupid question at this point. So tell us, if somebody, let's say, you know, again, I know you're super busy. I know you make this all by yourself. It takes time, a lot of beers.
Yeah.
And some
A
wine.
lot of wine on that.
What's the process usually? Let's say I'm a collector. I say, Julien, I want you to make a watch for me. I assume first of all you have to have like a connection with the guy and like have a desire to make a watch as well for him.
Yeah.
But what's the process? You discuss on the complications or the...
On everything, on every point, in fact. Every point is important. So the very first beginning, we start to discuss like normal people, just to know each other.
Yeah.
And
what you like.
And what you like, what you dislike, and what your kind of watches, but not only watches, like life in general.
Yeah.
Life in general. Because every details matter in this kind of creation.
And you get ideas from the information.
Yeah, I try to get ideas for all these informations. And it's very, very nice because for some collectors, it's come instantly, like very after a few hours of discussions, it's come like an evidence, And for others, it's very difficult. Another process, like, I'm not sure, maybe this, but maybe not, etc. So I have to talk more. I have to know more about the person, and at this moment I can start to create something. So that's why every piece is unique. It's because every person is unique.
Completely. Case, buckle, movement, dial, box.
Yeah, wooden box too. Exactly.
Varnish. Different type of it.
The varnish is the same.
Okay, so this they have in common.
That's why, for example, for this box, this wooden box, I choose the wood leaves with the collector.
So
they
cool.
Say to me, I love this wood. I say, oh, nice. Okay, so I can.
Boom, easy. It makes your job easier, right? If he tells you a bit.
Not make easy, but it makes it more fun.
Yeah. And how long was this watch in the making? Let's say, from the first
from the
WhatsApp or email or hello.
From the very first hello, from the very first discussion about this watch, and just the process, the entire process time take me something like 1 year, just a little bit less than 1 year, but it starts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it starts very
earlier. I thought much longer, to be honest.
Yeah, but it starts earlier. In fact, that's because I cannot have just one thing to do at each time.
Yeah.
So I have 2, 3, 4
different projects,
and I can switch because I have to switch sometimes.
Of course, it's like with every business you have. With me, sometimes I love to do photography. Then sometimes I go into email writing.
Yeah.
Then I switch again to posting on social media, just to keep it a bit more fun as well.
Exactly.
And sometimes you're not in the mood.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not in the correct mood to do, for example, I don't know, but a ruby or.
I'm sure.
So at this moment you have to switch to other things.
And on the topic of rubies, you make rubies as well, huh? Basically, these are the base ones.
Yeah, the base rubies. This comes from Luc Monet, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out, Luc Monet. We need you on the channel. Huh? This is long overdue. Or me to France. It's far away, huh? But I think it's worth it.
True.
So
totally worth it.
These are like raw rubies, how you buy them, and then you...
No, it's Luc Monet gave it to me, and I had it on my bench. And one day I'd say, maybe I will start to try to do it.
Cut some rubies, why not?
And in fact, it's turned into an evidence for me for this piece because of the detent escapement. I have a special ruby on the detent.
Okay.
And same thing, if me as a young and independent watchmaker, I ask a supplier to make me one special rubies.
It's going to cost
what? Much?
$5,000-$10,000. I don't know.
At least.
If they can even do it, depends.
Yeah, of course.
And here you have some pre-cut rubies.
Yeah, just tiny parts of rubies I use to grind after that, and to make my own rubies.
So cool, man.
For this one.
Because why not?
Because why not?
If you make a good watch, go all in. So we said 1 year approximately, 1.5, maybe 2 in total.
It depends of the piece, in fact. It depends of the piece, and it depends of the project I have, the side project I have.
And so for people to understand, because we've shown many independent watchmakers on the channel before, from different countries, different price points. What's the price point you, let's say, start at? Let's say you will say, listen, I will not go below whatever, this number. What makes sense for you?
It depends on the piece again, but
the complication, the materials,
everything. It can start from 60,000 to
whatever,
300,
the
400.
Tempus Fugit.
Tempus Fugit
Basically.
was evaluated on the GPHD at 300,076.
Yeah, but let's say you can go from a simple jump power detent, simple watch, to this. So just depends.
Yeah.
How much patience you have and how much money you want to put into it as well.
True. It's completely it's free, you know, completely adaptable.
Yeah.
That's why I love to make unique pieces, because each time it's a new challenge.
Of course. Plus you finish the watch, you go on, you move on. Yeah. It's fun as well. Makes sense.
Yeah. And no series, because I think I'm not made to. I'm not this kind of watchmaker who wants to make a series of pieces. Like I don't like it. I think the first one is very funny. The second one is nice. The third one is awful. I think.
And then you also become quicker. Cut corners maybe just to finish it. Yeah. And here you can really focus completely on the watch.
Completely.
So 60,000 Swiss francs, approximately the starting price for like a time only, you know, whatever. And then what's your waiting list? Because even if you have only 10 clients, which I'm sure you don't, you have probably many more, making one watch per year, you're sold out for at least 10 years. I would assume you're sold out for like 30 years. But because my audience, there's a few people who will see this video, a few of them, and they will want to have your watch probably. What's realistically the range?
Realistically, and in fact, I am thinking about 10 years. 10 years waiting list, because I start for this one and I learn a lot with this one. And I fail a lot with this one. Also components here. And I think the next ones will be a little bit quicker because I learned many things. Okay. So basically, I think I can do something like 2 pieces a year.
Yeah.
No more.
It depends how much they complicate.
It depends how much they complicate.
And also how quick the decisions are, because we spoke about before, the video we spoke about creating a watch together. It really depends. How long I take, how long you take, what's the idea. If you say I want this watch, but just make it different and make it even not detent, make it simple. Okay, easier. No guilloche, simple dial. Again, you cut a few weeks out of the whole process probably, and you shave off a few dollars. But also, if you want to do something really crazy, you can. Do you also work on projects like, let's say, if people send you movements, or no? You don't restore or reuse them or whatever.
No.
It's always from scratch. Yeah. That's very cool. I mean, I think so far you're the only one that I know, except from we spoke with about Andre Berkus, which is in the similar lane as you, but the different style.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. He's the funniest.
Yeah.
And again, just the no limits, which I like a lot. You know, you want to do this? Yeah, let's do it.
Why not?
Let's figure it out. Awesome.
It's not interesting to put limits. You know, like, why don't try? Just try, at least.
I think that's the spirit of independent watchmaking.
I think so.
To try new things. To push the boundaries.
Try to make rubies, try to make A-springs, try to make a case. And it's not an evidence. Like each time it's very risky. Yes, you know, like to make his own case with platinum bar. If I fail with this one, I lose the platinum price. So I have to be very careful
as
on
well,
everything and every step.
That's really true. So what's your favorite complication? Do you have one? Or like favorite maybe escapement, or you know, like what would you love to work on one day? I
don't really know if I have a favorite complication. I particularly love perpetual calendar, secular calendar, because we made 2 with Dominic. And I don't know, it's every challenge is interesting. You know, like I'm not trying another complication or whatever.
Nice.
So it's very nice.
Awesome.
Tourbillon, it's beautiful.
Yeah, if you can make a nice one. Which I'm sure you can. Even the balance you look here looks amazing. So, Julien, listen, this was a pleasure. I can't wait to film the watch. I mean, by the time you see me talking about it, it's already filmed. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Again, I'm trying to make videos as fun as possible, and also people like you make it happen and make the channel just better, you know. And for us to discover these things, for me, it's invaluable, you know, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to have you too.
And guys, show some love. If you have some questions, I'll leave the guy alone because he's booked out. But no, go ahead.
Or just come at the workshop.
Exactly, come at the workshop. Well, listen, there's a few people watching this, so you don't want 1,000 people to come like knock on the door.
Maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah.